Bro, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? What's going on,
Man,
man?
I gotta tell you something, man. That
Wait,
you
wait.
are you
Yeah.
are a true maestro. Maestro,
Why?
man. You just know how to like start everything the right way.
I'm just pressing a button, dude.
Dude, but you know exactly when to press the button.
Are you pumping my tires at the moment?
No, I don't know what that means, but
You know what that means.
dude, I really think that you got this thing on lockdown, bro. Like you really do a fine job and how to start the show and stuff like that. What
I
do you think?
love how you just think of things and you just talk, which is great because we haven't even done an intro. But yes, thank
Who
you for the
needs an intro?
compliment.
Who needs an intro, bro? Really?
Well, we
Let's
might
talk
be
about.
having new people that are watching for the first time, so we need to tell them what the show's about.
Well,
No,
maybe they'll need to look it up. Maybe they'll just look it up and say, who are these guys? Starting off a show called The Change Room. What's this all about?
my life, mindful chats for the game of life. There's the intro. Oh
Hey,
God!
man.
Listen, we're going on as a pre-record today because our friend Monsieur Sam can't do the live this week because you've got something on.
Doing a training, yeah. Doing a live training for a pretty massive company tomorrow and the day after. So Thursday and Friday.
Good on you.
And we're going to be talking about some good stuff, right? Good stuff. Today is the show where we're going to talk about it.
What's it called? Because I'm going to send it right now on the fly.
When you believe.
When you believe. That's it.
Yeah, bro.
Apostrophe? Should I put apostrophe or no apostrophe?
No, maybe you can just put like ... or something.
All right. So I'll send this to Rocco, the executive producer. When you believe is this week's show. And I'm doing it now.
I know.
Recording.
I love how we're doing it live. Talking about this show, promoting this show before the show releases.
Let me go through the formalities, my friend. Firstly, well, a couple of things. We were talking off air before. We're talking Coldplay, so we'll talk about. We'll probably can't talk about Coldplay's coming to Abu Dhabi, which is really good for you. Coldplay's coming to Australia, I believe, this month.
Dude, sold out 4 shows already.
I know.
Four consecutive nights. Can you believe it? These guys are amazing.
Next level stuff. Listen, the weekend was good. We what happened on the weekend? Well, the footy. Yeah, did I tell you that the grand final? It's it. Khalas, done. Put finished. The season's done. The Lions won. It was such an anticlimax game. It was anyway. I'm sure people will comment in the chat. Those that are watching us, a big thank you to you guys. Seriously, we really appreciate the comments, especially when we're on live, and we'll be watching this. So we'll comment whilst we're watching it. Isn't that weird that we can watch it after and comment and while we're doing what we do? So that's that. Let me give a couple of formalities. The weekend, I expected more out of the grand final. This is going to be the only thing I'm going to talk about with the football, and I'm sure all the others. And it's in the trade section and stuff. But yeah, so expected more. The other thing is the Carlton coin, man. What's happening there?
Wow, man! The past, I think it was like 5 days or so, it just skyrocketed. I was just checking the app, and it was like boom. It's like I think it's doubled. It's doubled in its price for
since we've had it, which is probably about a month, 2 months.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's like I wonder how that works, but yeah, we're happy.
Well, you know what we should do? We should probably get Urg, our friend Urg, which we love, one day on the show. He's a really interesting, beautiful man. Can I say that? It's not bad to say someone's a beautiful man, is it?
We'll let it pass. Yeah, we'll let it pass.
We'll
let it.
You know what I mean. So, and we should get him to come on, and he could talk to us a little bit about if he's game for that. That would be great. We'll get him on the show. There was something else I was going to tell you. So we're going to talk about when you believe. Interesting topic, and we're going to. Do you want to make this as a series? I mean, when we were originally talking about this behind camera, we were talking about maybe making this as a series, when you believe series. Although those who are asking before I get the comments, isn't that amazing that we can do this shit? We were supposed to have Rocco on this week to do your hypnotizing stuff with Rocco. Although you guys are going to have to wait another week. That's the first point. Number two, Sam and I have been discussing whether or not we should continue on. So it's up to you guys, and we'll look at the comments and stuff. Sam doesn't care. You don't care. Like,
I do. I mean, I'd love to continue. I'd love to continue. That's
what
for
I'm
sure.
saying is you don't care if people say they want us to continue or not continue, do you?
Yeah, I'm still going to continue. So
right.
I just think listen. This is a time every week where we enjoy talking about stuff that is life transformational. It helps people think in different ways. We challenge conventional thinking, and that's the whole purpose, right? And I think this is the 31st episode, which is quite an achievement that we keep showing up every week to talk about these things.
Not only us, they show up too. Our people, our audience. Big kudos to you guys.
100%.
I'm hoping that people just get value out of this. Sorry, I keep on interrupting you, Sam.
I wonder why you do that. Mm-hmm.
On the topic of when we believe, which is the chapter of 31st episode today, and whether or not we do it as a We Believe series, and it could do that into next week because we need Rocco to believe, and which is really important. One thing I wanted to say, and get you into the segue talking about when we believe and fleshing this out, is what I noticed on the premiership winners, the winners that played on the weekend, which was the Brisbane Lions. They come out of nowhere, right? They were fifth. One stage early in the year, they were like nowhere. They weren't even going to make the finals, and they had the hardest way, and they beat the top side on the final day.
Right.
And one thing that I noticed, the banner, when they run through the banner before they start,
right?
Guess what it said?
What?
It said believe. So hence the reason why we're choosing this topic. Although we're not an AFL show and everything else, but we do get inspiration from the football world. So talk to me about when we believe, why that's important, what you want to discuss today to help people understand this topic and why it's so important.
Listen, I think if you ask anyone, the root of any achievement or even non-achievement, is something that whether it fits or aligns with your belief system, whether you believe you can do this or you believe that you can't. And I think there's a lot to be said about that because belief is such a deeply embedded, conditioned, programmed thinking, and that we live life and move around through life through our belief system or our value system. And so people think that if you pitch the question and say, listen, do you think you can win? Do you think you can do better? Do you think you can have a better life? And it's interesting to hear the responses. And that's really stemming from a conditioned belief system or a value system.
Explain what a conditioned belief system. Give us an example of that. So those that don't know what you're talking about. So give me an example of a conditioned belief system of someone normal person could have that they don't even realize.
Well, getting that new promotion or getting that job, the majority of people would approach it and saying, I don't think I'm worthy of that. I don't think I'm going to get that. I don't think she likes me. I don't think he likes me. I don't think I can do more than this. And these are all stemming from belief systems based on the conditioning of what you learned early on in life of what's possible. And that's why the topic of the show is belief, because it's such a powerful, meaningful thing that if you dive in it and ask yourself some questions like, do you believe you can or not? Do you believe you can get better or not?
All right, I just wanted to say there's a really famous saying by Henry Ford, and he says, whether you believe you can or can't, you're right. I love that, right? Whether you believe you can or can't, you're right. And there's some merit into that, right? But I know you're talking about, you said something before, so I wanted to add to the point. What did you say about, you said something just before, and because I had something to add to it. And I've just lost my train of thought.
What do you mean, like belief on like taking a job promotion?
No. You talk, yeah. So and you said job promotion is based on our own belief system. But here's the thing, and this links to a whole bunch of different topics that we've done over our little journey. Is that you might actually believe you're not good enough, or you might believe that it's better for me not to say I'm going to get that promotion, because when it comes, it could be part of your strategy, right? As a defense mechanism where you're going, oh, well, if it comes, great. If it doesn't, I don't want to G myself up and get myself excited, right?
Right. Good example.
So, and what we're trying to say is, I guess what I believe is, I believe if that's meant for you, it's meant for you.
Well,
go out there, put your best foot forward. But in the end, if you're not supposed to get that job, you ain't getting that job, bro.
Yeah, but you know what you mentioned? It's funny that you mentioned that, because that's another belief system. When you say, when it's meant for you, it's meant for you. That's part of another belief system.
That's true.
That it sounds good when you say it, because there's a part of us, if you ask yourself that question and say, do you think you can get it? But listen, if I do get it, I'll get it if I can, I get it if I do get it, it's meant for me. And it's a consoling effect. Like, I find that to be like a comfortable way of accepting life, which is okay, because
it's me.
Yeah, I know it's okay. I'm just saying, challenge your belief system on what's limiting you. Like, what are you capable of?
Can I tell you something?
There are a lot of examples of people doing amazing things and winning and getting that extra deal, that extra money, that opportunity, that connection, you name it. And if you ask, what are your belief system? Like, if you ask yourself, what's your personal belief system towards finding a partner, towards getting better health, towards winning, towards meeting new people, you'll find that there's some limiting beliefs may crop up. And that's what's interesting. That's what I find very interesting, where it's so easy to talk ourselves out of something than into something.
Yeah, no, it's really really important. I told you about, I did a coaching session this week, and
perfect example.
Yeah, I did. It is an amazing coaching. I'm not going to talk about what the topic is, but it's got to do with what the actual problem was. But it had to do with my belief system. And again, this is like a paradigm of someone gave me a really good example. Sometimes if you plant something in a particular shape, right? So if a watermelon, for example, if you create a square where it's growing, it's going to become a square watermelon, right? Because that's the borders that it has. It's the same with your mind, right? And your belief system. If you've got these squares, you're never going to grow out of those squares. And even though we think we've got it all going, sometimes it's really good to check up. And I had this wonderful session with a woman, coaching NLP person. I knew what she was doing because I do the same things, and there's nothing wrong with that. We all need to get help sometimes. And she just blew away my belief system, unconscious stuff, Sam. So what I was talking about, those that know me, I've had a great career in Dubai, right? But yet to have a great career in Australia to what my level is, and that was my limited belief. Without getting into too much details, I'm like, the fuck? Why? Of course, I can do it here if I've done it there. I can do it. So the newfound of power and energy that comes out of when you break those belief systems, it's like a great football team. When they know, and I know this is the thing that we talk about with Carlton, when they know that they truly believe. This is why I don't believe. Sorry, I'm going on tangents here, but I'm really passionate about this. The movie The Secret?
Yeah.
They say you just got to say and manifest it, and you got to do that. mate, you can manifest as much as you want. If you don't believe it, you're going to say, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. If deep down inside you don't believe it, you're not going to be the millionaire. That's it. And then people go, oh, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, for sure. Let's break down the belief, like how that works. Like, let's actually give an example of the meta programs in NLP, like the submodalities.
So explain what that is for people that know what submodalities and what meta program means.
Great. So the meta program are the tiny little programs that are working underneath in your unconscious that are actually creating those images, sounds, feelings that are already stored, and that is it's almost like stored in a time capsule. On the very first time you made a mistake, or the very first time you were rejected, or the first time you lost something, and every file excuse me, every file has an experience. It's almost locked in a time capsule, like an archive or a folder. and so let's do this exercise for everyone listening. I want you to take something that you're constantly thinking about, something that's kind of pulling you back, bringing you down. You don't feel particularly good about it. I want you to take that image.
Wait, and it's not your football club, Carlton. Just in case you want to think about what could be, but
something that's connected to your life, something that you hold.
The Blues are connected to most of these people's lives too. So, but
they could take that. They could take that as an example. Now, I want you to think about it, and I want you to imagine where it is outside of you. Okay. Now, usually,
what do you mean by where? Like,
is it here? Is it there? Is it here?
Well, let's say, for example, I'm saying to you, I'm thinking about buying a new car. As an example,
you're thinking
about I want to get that car.
You're a new what?
Vehicle, car.
You want to get a car, okay?
As an example. So, but you guys do whatever you want to do, and this could be a good sort of an example of what we're doing. So, when you say where is it around you, it's for me, it's to the right, and it's about here. It's pretty far.
Okay, great. And how do you feel about that? Getting that car?
When I think about what I want to get that car, it makes me feel good.
Right. And now, do you think it's achievable?
Not right now.
Not right now. Okay, what I want you to do is grab it with both hands. Is it in color or black and white?
It's in color. I know the color because it's a black car. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I want you to grab it, okay, with both hands, as if it's kind of like if it's in a portrait or a frame, around a frame. I want you to put a frame around it.
All right, yeah.
Grab it with both hands. Great.
Yeah, and this is for anyone else that's doing like us. What you see and where it is, do the same exercise.
But we also have to mention this is for something that you do want. Okay, so if you're having bad, like something with your health is not great, and so what I want you to imagine, just like Rich is attaining something, so in your version of good health, I want you to see yourself being healthy, looking healthy, and everything.
And where that picture is.
And where that picture is outside of you. Now, it could be here, in front of you, wherever it is, okay? Now, Rich, continue the exercise. I want you to grab it with both hands as if it's like.
Are you going to call me Rich or Rash? Which one?
Rich Rash.
All right. Got it?
Yeah, great. I want you to make it, no, hold on. Yeah, I want you to make it bigger now. And just notice how that image grows. Make it even bigger, like really big.
Yeah, it's big, expensive.
Perfect, great. Now, what you're looking at that car, it's in color, right? I want you to imagine that now you can actually take it closer and closer towards you.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want it to cover you. Go all the way in. I want you to cover you to the point where you're sitting in the car now.
I am in the car. It's in the dash. It's digital. Yep.
Okay. And while you're in the car right now, I want you to feel what it feels like sitting in the car at this very moment. I want you to smell the smell. Okay, maybe there's a smell that's there. Great. I want you to amplify those. I want you to amplify the feeling, amplify the smell. And I also want you to amplify any sounds that you hear in the car. Maybe there's some traffic passing by you. Maybe there's the music
No, I've got my
playing.
favorite song on. It's fine. It's got it. It's
Perfect.
already happening.
It's a
It's
great,
there.
it's a great sound system. You're in it right now. You can feel it.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. I'm driving. It's
Now,
I'm driving.
what I want you to do while you're driving, notice how you feel when you're putting your hands on the steering wheel as you're driving safely.
It feels beautiful.
Perfect. Now I want you to amplify that even more. Amplify that feeling and keep amplifying it until you know that time there's nothing more real than it's as if it's happening right now, which it is.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean,
like you're driving, you're turning, you're driving, you're looking around as you're moving. Great. I want you to now increase the music in the car. Increase that sound. Right.
Yeah.
Now you're living it to such a degree right now that it's actually happening. Only to the point where you're actually in it completely.
I'm immersed, brother.
Perfect. And as you're there, I want you to amplify that feeling, amplify the sound, amplify the experience, amplify the feeling, the touching, everything, the scent, everything. And as you're actually feeling that right now, right? I want you to breathe like you would breathe while you're driving the car.
Yeah, I can even see my confidence with it. That's got it.
Perfect. Now I want you to drive that car as if you're driving it back to your house and you're parking it right in front of your driveway.
I already did that like a couple of minutes ago, but yes. No, yeah.
Perfect.
Fine.
I want you to get outside the car right now, and as you lock it with your remote key, and you close the door behind you, walk back into the house, all the way to the chair that you're sitting in right now.
Yeah.
And eyes wide awake.
Right. Can I just tell you something?
Yes.
That car was there before. Right now, when I think of the car, it's right here.
That's the funny thing. This experience looks and sounds so silly, so laughable, that the moment you find yourself absorbed and immersed into that situation or that experience, it takes on a completely different form. And that's the belief system that we're talking about. It's when you're living in that body, that experience, you embody that experience.
I understand, but tell our audience what that could mean. Does that mean that I will get the car? Or does that mean if that person sees their health and they visualize it, that can happen?
Let me break it down. Remember a while ago you said, listen, sometimes when we don't believe something, it's because we want to protect ourselves from that situation. And it's true.
Correct.
That's the way our unconscious mind works. It's a survival, it's a constant ticking survival mechanism that we have. And for stuff that's absolutely new to us, new situations, new events, experiences, these come in the form to our unconscious mind as potential threats. And I use the word potential threats because some people may not be able to handle winning the lottery. Some people may not be able to handle winning like a big amount of money or getting that job, etc. And so when you do this experience of immersing yourself, what you're actually doing is priming something inside our head, which is called the reticular activating system, to bring that and attract that to your experience. Okay? Now, without sounding too woo-woo or too funny about this, but it's an immersive experience that we do to prime our unconscious mind that it's okay. Like this is actually possible. And I lived it, I experienced it where it was so real, so vivid that it's fine to receive it. And so that's for the most part what our unconscious mind does actually in protecting us and saying, hold on, this experience is new to you. You're not used to it, right? I'll face it. Some people like winning big titles, big jobs, you name it. Even having good health when you're in the moment feeling sick, they cannot even fathom what it means and feels like to be good again, because you're in it. You're in the experience of sickness. You're in the experience of feeling horrible.
So
And
when you
so,
visualize that, you think that you will improve, and this we've helped people like with a headache or cold or whatever. You know what's interesting? Maybe can I share a story about you and how you've manifested something that I've experienced with you?
go ahead.
All right. So it's a personal thing, but I hope you don't mind me talking about it. Well, you don't. Our audience is like family anyway. So um those who don't know Sam that well, I'll give you a quick brief on him. Sam, when he puts his mind to something, he's I call him the tank, right? In Arabic, it's called the beb. So I call him the tank because I've been with him on meetings and stuff, and he just goes for it. So I can only imagine, because Sam is also trains and stuff. He's just full of energy, right? So a little while ago, before I left Dubai, I got my golden visa, and allows you to stay in the country for a minimum of 10 years, and it gives you many benefits. You become a resident, not an expat. Well, you were an expat, but you're a resident. Anyway, so you asked me, can you help me? And I said, oh, I'll see, and I'll see. And then I got you in contact with someone, and I thought it would be almost impossible, just cut a long story short, to get you that. But
Yeah.
you were like a hound, like you went hard on it. You started going, you know what? I believe I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. And I was thinking to myself, this guy, all I did was do the connect, and you got offered it. Is that correct or not?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That
it's
was a
very hard to get, isn't it?
real life experience. Yeah. It's when you put your mind at something. I think I've just learned enough in life that, why previously, and this is the way I've experienced it in my life, where previously I did a lot of thinking about stuff. I did a lot of thinking about getting an amazing job. I did a lot of thinking about, earning more money. I did a lot of thinking. But I noticed that nothing was really happening. I didn't get more money. I didn't have like a better title. I didn't have whatever. It just didn't come. And after learning some of the neuroscience behind, and I don't like to use the word that much, like the law of attraction and manifestation. It
But no,
just
but it's true. There's some valid. I mean, it's valid.
it is, but it's kind of like use. The moment you say those words, people get put off, and it sounds so fluff. So what I started to do
And we
was
don't do fluff here, brother, at all.
exactly, and so what I started to do was the complete opposite. I started to actually focus so much on that one thing that I needed. So if it was better health, or if it was trying to train better for in fitness, I had to literally laser focus on what that looks and feels like to me when I go to the gym and train. I had to feel it and immerse myself into that experience of the feeling, even the tension of carrying weights, even on the treadmill, running or jogging on the treadmill, bench pressing. I had to feel that. Same thing with clients, working with clients. I had to actually, dream up my ideal client. I had to focus so much of the type of clients, the type of questions they will be asking me. And the moment I started to rehearse that in my mind, a new belief system started to be created. And that's when I actually started to see those type of clients, that type of money, that type of experience, that event. I started almost like, it's not really attracting it, but it's almost like creating a new paradigm where you're living in a parallel reality where if I had thought about it too much, it wouldn't have come, or I wouldn't have been experiencing this reality. So the more you actually think about and laser focus, okay, and I want to put a special attention to the word laser focus, because a bunch of us keep thinking about stuff, so many different things in the period of like 5 minutes, that there's no focus on anything. And what that tells our unconscious mind is you're confused. It doesn't even know how to help you. So the moment that you actually laser focus on an idea, an event, something you really want. Then you start to experience from the inside, the feeling, the sounds, the smell, the sense. And we
Good.
do that all the time, especially for negative situations. How often do you actually think about how things can go horribly wrong? And they do.
100%.
We already do
100%.
that. You know?
Can I just, what's the word, chime in? Remember that from Clubhouse? We to go chime in.
Time away.
Oh, I did the movement. You know, you did this to me a little while ago, you know, because I've been on the fitness. I've been doing it since May. So what's that, 5 months? Like, I've been going pretty hard.
That's impressive, man. You went, yeah.
I went pretty hard. And I thank you for that, because I go to the gym 5 days a week. People look at me now, they think it's because I've got a beard, but I've actually lost weight and I'm healthy and fit. I prep my food and stuff. But when I was on the start of that journey, I had a chat to you because you're fully into the bodybuilding and fitness and stuff. And he said a couple of things to me. And you go, what do you want to look like? And I'm like, what's this guy talking about? Even as a coach, right? I was like, I said, Sam, you know what? I just want to go to the gym. I want to feel good. And you go, no. I want you to imagine what you're going to look like. And usual conversations I have, I walk away and I give you the indication like, yeah, whatever. But then I start thinking about it. And I'm like, she said to me, what does it look like? What does it smell like in the gym? What does it feel like? All of these sort of cues that you gave me. And then I had this image in my brain. So it's no longer about looking at the weights, how much I weighed this week. I couldn't give a shit anymore. It's not even about that. It's the way I feel. When I get up in the morning, I've had 5 days that week of absolute training, and I mean, you know, I train my own style. So, but not a bodybuilder, but that sort of thing and the visualization of that help things change. And what I say to anyone that's watching today, and this is why the power of NLP and belief is so important. If you get guidance and you just listen to some of the wisdom that this guy talks about, you got a lot of value out of it. And you can apply yourself and you can make some significant changes in your life. We've seen so many of those cases together. We've seen just like what he just did now with the meta language, and he did the visualization and bring this and put it there and that sort of stuff. You think it might be something very, very small. If you take it serious and you believe, your life can change. That's the best thing that we can advise. Sam, I'm looking at the time also. I don't want to say the word.
I think it's good. I think don't say that word yet. Okay. And speaking of the word believe, maybe you want to replace that word with believe to what's possible for you. Think about it that way. What's possible for you? Okay. So it doesn't sound probably as threatening. Something a little bit more positive.
I get it.
You know, like what is possible for you? And the only thing that you need to do is just try it. Just try it. You're not going to lose anything anyways, maybe but a few minutes. And then immerse yourself into that experience. That's the most important. The more you get
even if you do it in your head. How many times have we seen examples where you get people that are practicing on the basketball court, they're practicing physically, and then you get people visualizing, practicing, and they're almost getting the same result. I would even go further to say you don't even need to go to the gym, but you can visualize. You do, but you know, there's things.
I would not listen. I would not just do it in your head, because that's a little bit more of an advanced version. That's my view of it from the world of neuroscience. You need to get good at actually practicing this. What I would actually do is find a space outside of you. So if it's something that you want, money, health, partnership, whatever it is, something good, positive, usually it's outside of you somewhere. Okay, it could be at the top, the bottom. It's probably not going to be likely it's going to be behind you, because our unconscious mind literally does not put possible potential things behind you, because it translates something that's behind you as the past and it's done with. So put something that you want somewhere in front of you. Okay, go with your first response. Okay, I know you're going to feel the urge to edit it, but don't.
Actually, that's the most important thing. Just go first thing.
First thing,
First
first,
comes in your
first
mind, boom. That's it. You work with it, even if you don't know what it is, even if you don't know what it looks like. Trust your unconscious mind is going to give you the answer.
Exactly,
And
and
we
then
keep
make
on
it
sabotaging and manipulating stuff when it comes in. No, it can't be something when I was 5 years old. Or it can't be that. No, and we'll edit it for our own life story. No, go with the first thing.
because the unconscious mind will always be right when it answers first. Sometimes it may even surprise you and say, "Whoa, where did that memory come from?" Or, whatever it is,
Sam,
take it, put it in front of you. Try to place a border around it so you know you've got it in one place. Put it in full color, your ideal situation, okay, your ideal self in living that situation. It could be when you have more money. It could be paying all your bills and the reaction
whatever
that
it is, yeah, got it.
whatever that
Positive.
is, put it in there, put a border around it. Okay, make it bigger, bigger, bigger,
You know
bigger,
what you
bigger.
should do? No.
Make it smaller. If you make it smaller and you don't feel that kick, that the positive, jolt, then make it bigger. Make it bigger, make it bigger,
What?
and then slowly bring it into you as if you're gonna live that experience just like Rash demonstrated a few minutes ago.
Okay, because we're not gonna use that word, but here's what I suggest. Why don't we do that? And we've been contemplating whether we go on or not. And Sam's talking about it, in the off season. If we do pre-records and stuff, I don't know. Put your comments because we'll see it and we'll find out. Why don't we get someone on live? Obviously not today, but in the next in the future. And it's a better experience when you get someone doing it. So and they'll get much more out of it. So an example, just to give you an example. We've done it and we've seen it in our course when we did it many years ago, almost 10 years ago now, where a guy was addicted to donuts. He loved donuts. All right. It's the same sort of thing, right? But what does it feel like? What does it look like? Where is it? Every time he thinks of donuts. And that could be your sort of thing too. You love lollies or donuts or whatever it is, or Coca-Cola, right? If you really, really want to change that, this type of program, this was it reframing? I think what we call it in the coaching world.
Mm-hmm.
It could be done within this exercise in 5 minutes. You could be told. This guy was like, we had donuts there, and he kept on munching on them, and he said, "This is what I love." And then after it, he wouldn't even go near them, and
Yeah,
that's how quick it can happen.
it is
All
when you
right.
invest, you believe. Good stuff. Good episode, man. You wanna throw in the W?
All right, yeah, good. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. This is The Change Room. This is episode 31. Catch us on Spotify every week where it's loaded. I didn't even, today you threw me off. I didn't even thank the boys, the Jumper Punch, because we are on the Jumper Punch channel. We thank Rocco, Mars, and Paolo and the Carlton community for turning up with us every week also, and others outside of the Carlton community. We hope you just get education and benefit out of this.
Yep.
We put time and effort to this, and hope you enjoy something that's a little bit alternative and different that you used to. So if you like it, smash the subscribe, thumbs up, share it to a friend. Someone that you're thinking, well, they need a bit of a pickup, or even better, get in contact with us, and I will put our
Handles.
Instagram,
Instagram.
on here. Get in contact with us. DM us if you want to come on the show also, and you've got something you want to test it out, and you don't think, well, look at these guys, are they fakers or anything like that? Because we're not. Jump on the show and chat to us. And Sam is always up for a challenge, maybe more than me because I don't have the patience. That's truthfully, I'm like, well, you don't believe it. But Sam's like competition mode. He goes, yeah, let's do it.
The reason being is because listen, I don't promise stuff. Okay, if people don't want the change, although they say they do, I don't like to promise. You're going to be putting in that work, and you're going to get the change. It's basically you doing that job. I'll just kind of facilitate the process and guide you because it's possible. So remember, challenge those limiting beliefs. And live a better life. That's the whole point of why we show up every single Thursday, and we want to continue doing that. So, Rashi, you going to join us on this journey? Are we going to continue together?
Oh, well, it depends. I'm sort of like on the fence and want to see what the comments are, and but we'll talk about that. Having said that, Rocco is the guy that we need to change his belief. Excuse me, about whether or not he can be hypnotized, and that is really good, and that's going to be part of the belief system, the belief series next week.
Yeah. No, I think if he's going to be watching, bless you. I think if he's going to be watching this episode right now, then my message to Rocco is right now, know and believe that you can be hypnotized before next week, and it will happen. That's the message I share with you. Just know it, believe it in your heart, and anything's possible. Okay? Just putting it out there, as you say, Rash.
All right. And on that note, we don't have to say go Blues anymore, but we do. That's our outro. And the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Go Blues. You've been watching the Change Room Mindful Chats for the Game of Life. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, share. You might just help someone. You don't know, and we appreciate you joining us every week. Till next week, which is a big episode. Adios, amigos. Go Blues.